Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take a ton of information and we try to pick out the interesting stuff. Today we're going to be diving into the Brandermill Community Association's program guide.
Oh, yeah.
For January through June 2025. Think of it like your guide to everything fun and happening in Brandermill for the next 6 months.
It's really detailed.
Yeah.
I was really struck by how the guide goes beyond just like a list of events. It really makes you feel connected to the community.
Yeah, for sure. Like that part in the welcome message where they're like, hey, double check your email subscriptions, because that unsubscribe button can be tricky. I think we've all been there.
Oh, totally.
Just stuck on an email list.
Yeah.
No escape.
That's true. It's the little thing.
Yeah.
But it shows that they're like paying attention to the resident experience. And that communication focus goes through the whole guide.
Yeah.
Contact info, meeting dates, amenity details. It's all there.
It's all right there.
Yeah.
So let's talk events. What jumped out at me, well, there are a ton, but the Spring Festival on April 26th at Sunday Park. Food trucks, live music, games.
Pontoon rides.
Sounds amazing.
They even mention RVA Express will be there doing train rides. They've really thought of everything to make it a great day for everyone.
Yeah, for the whole family. Speaking of family, there's a Valentine's Day Kids Craft Shop on February 14th.
Oh, nice.
At North Beach. Perfect for the little ones to make some Valentine's Day things.
A lot of these events, like the craft shop, they require registration.
Oh.
Like the movie trivia night, January 22nd. So gotta check the guide, get the details, and make a plan.
Gotta plan ahead. You don't want to miss out.
That's right.
Because you didn't sign up in time. This one caught my eye, Sunset Paddleboard Tour, May 2nd. Imagine, sunset on the reservoir. On a paddleboard.
No, and if you don't have a paddleboard, no worries.
Oh, yeah.
Rent one from the boating center.
Perfect.
Opens May 24th. They have kayaks, canoes, even a sunfish sailboat.
I love that they do rentals. It just makes all those activities so much more accessible.
It does.
And a fun fact, the boating center isn't staffed Monday through Friday.
Oh.
But you can still rent on those days. Someone will meet you at the center.
Very convenient. Shows they're really committed to giving people access to these resources. Speaking of boating, they also have Brandermill pontoon cruises, private rentals, starting April 1st. Perfect for a special occasion, or just a fun day out with friends.
Totally. The Brandermill 12-passenger limit, you can book it all in the resident portal. What would you celebrate with a Brandermill cruise? I'm curious.
That's a good question for our listener. What would they celebrate? Okay, let's move on to another Brandermill classic.
Yeah?
The pools. 3 locations: Harbor Point, North Beach, and St. Ledger's.
And the guide has so much information on the pools. Hours, guest pass details, birthday party packages, learn to swim classes, even aqua classes.
One thing that stood out to me, they really emphasize getting those pool guest passes in advance.
Oh yeah, especially for the weekend.
Yes, definitely.
Makes things so much smoother for everybody.
Right. And they have a weekday discount for birthday pool parties. Nice for the budget conscious.
Always nice to save a little. But here's a detail I loved. The birthday party package includes a host who leads fun pool games. They even have a link to see the game options.
Wow. Little details like that make all the difference. Shows they've put a lot of thought into it.
You really have.
Yeah.
But before we get too lost in pool party dreams, we got to talk about compliance.
Yeah, those spring-summer compliance reminders. Easy to forget about those.
Yeah.
But they're important, for keeping Brandermill looking its best.
Right.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're still going strong with this Brandermill Community Association Programs Guide. And wow, just the amount of stuff they've crammed into 6 months.
I know, right? It's not just a lot. It's like all kinds of
Such
things.
so much variety.
Trivia nights, crafts, paddleboarding, even a Taylor Swift dance party. They really tried to hit every interest.
Yeah, for real. And there are some unique events that caught my eye. In January, they have this Winter in Brandermill photo contest.
Oh, yeah.
People can submit photos of the community, all wintry and beautiful.
And then don't they vote at the end of the month?
Exactly. The community picks the best photo, the winner gets a prize, and their picture is everywhere. Bragging rights, for sure.
I love that. Gets people out there looking around, even when it's cold. Speaking of creativity, there's a love poem challenge in February.
Yeah, that's cute.
People writing poems about how much they love Brandermill.
So sweet.
Maybe we'll discover the next, amazing poet right here.
You never know. Now, for those of us who are more into, regular books, there's the book club, third Monday of each month at North Beach.
Oh, yeah. They're reading The Heiress in February and then the Midnight Library in April. Both sound really good.
I've heard of those, yeah. I wonder what their discussions are like.
Me too. It seems like a fun way to connect with other book people. Okay, before we go too far down the fun rabbit hole, we should talk about the not-so-fun stuff.
Like what?
Amenity fees.
Ah, right. The real-life part of community living.
Exactly. The guide actually does a pretty good job of explaining all the fees, like how much you pay each year for your house.
Right, the annual assessment. And then they have the quarterly one, too.
Yeah. And then they break it down even more for specific things, like the garden, the storage units, the clubhouse.
Makes sense. You got to know what you're paying for. Transparency is key.
For sure. Okay, back to the fun stuff, please. The guide has a whole section about parks, playgrounds, and trails. Brander Mill loves its outdoor space.
They have 15 miles of trails for walking, biking, all that. They even give you tips on how to be polite on the trails.
Like, stay on the path, don't erode the ground, let the walkers and runners go first if you're on a bike. All good advice.
And they're big on keeping dogs leashed, using the pet waste stations, being respectful of the environment and other people.
It's always important. They also list all the playgrounds, tell you about renting the pavilions. They really make the most of their outdoor space.
Definitely. And they're not just about having fun. They want people to get involved, give back. They're doing a spring cleanout event on April 12th.
At Harbor Point, right?
Yep. Get rid of all that clutter. They'll have shredding for old papers. The Lions Club will take your old eyeglasses. You can even get rid of worn-out flags respectfully.
I love that. Sustainability and community spirit, all in one. It goes right along with those compliance reminders, too. Keeping Brander Mill looking good.
Working together. Now, you mentioned a festival of spring earlier.
Oh, yeah. April 26th at Sunday Park. It's going to be huge.
What's happening there?
Food trucks, live music, games, pony rides, a petting zoo, even pontoon rides.
Sounds amazing.
They're bringing in RVA Express, too, for train rides, for kids and adults.
Wow, they really pulled out all the stops. Okay, I want to switch gears a little. Let's talk about boating.
Good idea. Brander Mill is serious about their boats. They've got options.
Well, we talked about the Branderbell pontoon, but there's also the boating center right on the dock in Sunday Park.
Right, they have all the rentals, Sunfear sailboats, canoes, kayaks, those little John boats, paddle boards, and even a big sailboat called the American. Rent by the hour or for the whole day.
And they're not staffed every day, but you can still rent.
Yeah, Monday through Friday, someone meets you there. Weekends, they're fully staffed.
And the snack bar's open too, right?
Yeah, from 11 to 5, cash or card. They make it easy to get out on the water. And if you own a boat, they've got the Brander Mill Marina.
42 slips, that's a lot.
It is. $1,500 a year to be a member. Water and electricity at each slip.
Very convenient. Okay, let's dive into the pool details.
Dive in, literally. 3 locations, remember. Harbor Point, North Beach, St. Ledger's. Pool hours are all listed out in the guide.
Makes it easy to plan. What about those guest passes?
$10 each, or you can get a pack of 10 for $50. Buy them online or right there at the pool.
Online's easier, probably?
It is, but just remember, they don't get added to your account right away. Takes a day or two.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to use them on the weekend. Plan ahead. And they really push pre-buying them in general, especially for weekends. Keeps things moving smoothly.
Good point. Now, we talked about birthday parties, but let's recap. 2 hours, any of the pools, $150.
10 guests, tablecloth. You get a host who sets up, cleans up, and even does games.
And the weekday to pick count.
Can't forget that. They even have a link to the party form right in the guide, and they explain how to pay. Super easy. And then there's the swim lessons.
Yeah, the BCA Learn to Swim program.
Private, semi-private, or group lessons for any age and skill level.
Taught by certified instructors, 8 30-minute sessions per package. Very thorough.
It is. And for people who want more of a workout in the pool, there's always the aqua classes.
Aqua Zumba, Ohiai, Aqua Sweat, Aqua Flow, all kinds of choices.
Fun way to exercise. This guide is amazing. They thought of everything.
I know. Every time we turn the page, there's something new. Like, they even have a dedicated communications coordinator.
Oh, right. Maddie Cox.
She handles all the communication with residents, the website, social media, newsletters, email updates.
Keeping everyone informed.
Yeah.
It's great that they have someone specifically for that.
Totally. Shows they care about transparency and engagement, and they want feedback too.
Right. Any questions, suggestions, reach out to Maddie. But it's not just her. There's a whole team behind the scenes keeping things running.
The guide lists everyone. Front desk, finance, the assistant manager, compliance, maintenance, lifestyle, even the general manager.
They make it so easy to contact them. And to know who to contact, depending on what you need.
It's impressive, honestly. You can really tell how much they care about the residents.
Back for our last look at the Brander Mill Program Guide. Spending all this time with it, I'm really struck by that community feel.
Yeah, you can just tell. It's not just events. It's like they're showing you how connected everyone is.
Right. And one event that really shows that is the new resident welcome party, March 25th at North Beach.
Oh, nice. Perfect way to, make the new folks feel welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Wine and cheese from the boathouse helps everyone mingle.
Always helps. And for those of us who are already here, there's Mugs and Mornings, April 10th at Harbor Point.
I saw that, breakfast and coffee.
From Auburn Hills, yeah. And then a lecture, something to think about.
Good way to start the day. Oh, and don't forget the book club. They haven't said what they're reading in June yet.
I'm sure it'll be good. The other books were really interesting.
Yeah, great way to connect with people who like to read.
Yeah.
As we wrap up here, I'm just amazed by how much Brander Mill offers its residents. It's incredible.
It really is. Social stuff, things to do, learning, community projects, everything.
And they do it all so well. You can tell the Brander Mill Community Association really cares about making it a good place to live.
Yeah, this guide is proof of that. It's more than just information. It shows how much they care.
So true. To everyone listening, really take a look at this guide. You'll find something you'll love.
Use it to plan your own Brander Mill adventures. Meet your neighbors. Experience it all.
Whether you've been here forever or you're thinking about moving to Brander Mill, this guide shows you what a great community it is.
It's full of chances to connect, to learn, to have fun. It's really inspiring.
Yeah, it is. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into the Brander Mill Programs Guide. We hope you've enjoyed it.
We'll see you next time.